The name Ngayogyakarta Hadiningrat, which later becomes Yogyakarta, was chosen with the vision to be the city of exemplary beauty and virtue. Yogyakarta was built by His Royal Highness Sri Sultan Hamengkubuwono I soon after the signing of Giyanti Tractate in 1755, which divided Mataram into two kingdoms, Yogyakarta and Surakarta. The historical city center of Yogyakarta, which also doubles as the area of the axis of philosophy, covers the area of around 13 square kilometers. This area is bordered by Sarjito and Walter Monginsidi Street at the north, the east bank of River Chode at the east, Southern Ring Road at the south, and the west bank of River Winongo at the west. The access area consists of a core zone of 6 square kilometers and supporting zone of around 7 square kilometers. Sri Sultan Hamengkubuwono I designed the Royal Court of Yogyakarta to be aligned with the axis, starting from Panggung Krapia at the south to the White Monument at the north. This layout is true to the concept of Sangkan Paraning Dumadi. The physical and spiritual development of human being or Sangkaning Dumadi can be understood as the journey of an embryo into becoming a righteous person. It is illustrated throughout the south part of the axis, starts from Panggung Krapia at the south all the way to the Royal Court at the center. The philosophy of Sangkaning Dumadi begins in Panggung Krapia. This building once was in the middle of a game forest, is to illustrate the womb, the very first place human being encountered. To the northwest of it, there was a village named Mijen. Etymologically, Mijen derives from the Javanese word wiji, meaning the seed. Nowadays, this village is known as Minggiran Village. The road from Panggung Krapia to the Royal Court is bordered by tamarind and Spanish cherry trees. The young leaf of tamarind trees is called sinong, which rhymes with the Javanese word for youth. And the Javanese word for tamarind is asem, rhyming with sengsem or charms. Meanwhile, Spanish cherry in Javanese is called tanjung, rhyming with sanjung or to flatter. With those trees, Javanese symbolizes youthfulness, which is both flattering and charming. The road passes through Plengkung Gading or Plengkung Nirboyo, which literally means without any danger. It signifies the hope to have a safe journey into adulthood. The South Plaza is surrounded by mango trees of two different species. The first one is called Kweni, symbolizing wani or bravery, and the second one is Pakel, referring to the concept of coming of age. Immediately to the north of the plaza, there is a place called South Sitihinggil, where the yard is planted with plethora of white-flowered mango trees called Cemporo, signifying male seed, and red blossom bush called Soka, signifying female ovum. These trees are the illustration of conception. To the north of South Sitihinggil, there is a yard called Kamandungan Kidul, and it refers to the embryo in the womb. This yard is planted with mango trees or pelem, which symbolize gelem or willing. Jambu Darsono trees, which can be seen as loving each other, and couple trees, which refers to togetherness. After the yard of Kamandungan Kidul, there is a gate called Regol Gandung Melati, which is painted in the color of deep green and white. This gate refers to the feelings of gratitude and peacefulness, and the purity of a baby who is about to come to the world. After the gate is the yard called Kamagangan, which refers to the word apprentice. It illustrates the preparation to be a good and noble human being who is about to live in the dynamic world and face all the problems that may come. The gate in the Kamagangan yard is called Regol Kamagangan. It serves as the connector between Kamagangan and Kedaton, the royal court. The main yard of the royal court is surrounded by sawo kecik trees, symbolizing sarwo becik, or everything is done well. This yard signifies when a teenager has reached adulthood and is prepared to be a good leader who will always be wise and protects his people. Paraning Dumadi, or the journey of human beings seeking the Lord's approval, is portrayed in the north part of the axis, starting from the monument at the north to the royal court at the center. The journey to the royal court starts from the monument, and it refers to the philosophy of a man who is going to meet his Lord. The tugu was originally in cylindrical shape with a round top, representing the determination of human being striving for perfection before meeting his Lord. The journey starts from Marga Utomo Street, which means the road to virtue. Then continues to Malioboro Street, which can be seen as an advice to follow the life of the Wali Songo, the 9 Javanese imams. The word Malioboro is derived from the word Malio, or be an imam, and Boro, or to wander. Kepatihan, which once used as the office of the Pati, or the Prime Minister, is on the side of Malioboro Street to illustrate the temptation of position and power, encountered on the way to achieve perfection and virtue. After Kepatihan, there is Beringharjo Market. It symbolizes the worldly temptation of wealth and women. It implies that in the journey of life, people should be able to conquer worldly temptations to deserve a decent afterlife. The journey will then meet Margomulyo Street at the south. The street refers to the righteousness achieved after taking a contemplative journey. Tamarind trees, representing charms, and Polynesian chestnut trees, representing protection, are planted along this street. The gate of Gladak Panguraan Jawi and Panguraan Nglebet on Panguraan Street welcome the people who are going to visit the royal court. These gates refers to challenges and desires that must be won over in order to reach the final destination. There are in total 64 banyan trees all around the North Plaza, including 2 banyan trees right in the middle of it. The number 64 refers to the age of Prophet Muhammad. The 2 banyan trees in the middle of the plaza refer to the perfection of human being when finally meet the Lord. The banyan tree on the west is called Kiai Dewandaru, which means the light of divinity, while the east one is called Kiai Janandaru, meaning the light of humanity. Both meet at the center of the plaza. Therefore, philosophically, the royal court of Yogyakarta is the embodiment of human perfection, both physically and spiritually.
Semoga nanti Sumbu Filosofis Yogyakarta ini betul-betul bisa terrealisir atau terrealisasi menjadi warisan dunia yang ditetapkan oleh UNESCO.